happened last Halloween, exactly 1 year ago today. I'm 27 now, but back then I was 26, working as a night shift nurse at a small community hospital on the edge of the city. Halloween's always been my favorite. Growing up, my mom would turn our garage into a mini haunted house with fog machines and fake blood, and I'd help scare the neighborhood kids. But last year, after pulling a 12-hour shift that ended at 7 p.m., all I wanted was to crash. The hospital had been slammed with a flu outbreak, plus a couple of kids coming in with candy-related stomach issues from overindulging at school parties. By the time I clocked out, my scrubs were wrinkled, my feet ached in my clogs, and the autumn chill was seeping through the parking lot as I walked to my car. I live in a quiet suburban area, the kind with cul-de-sacs and porches decorated with jack-o'-lanterns that flicker like they're judging you. Trick-or-treating usually wraps up by 9, and since I don't have kids, I didn't bother with candy this year. Just flipped off my porch light and called it a night. I got home around 7:45, changed into sweats, microwaved some leftover pizza, and settled on the couch with a beer and Netflix queued up to some mindless slasher flick. The house felt cozy, the way it does when the wind rattles the windows, and the street outside goes dead silent after the last group of costumed kids heads home. Around 10:30, I was dozing off when I heard it, a soft scrape at the front door, like fingernails dragging across the wood. I paused the movie, heart picking up a notch. Probably just the wind, I thought, or a branch from the maple tree out front. But then it came again, slower this time, deliberate. I muted the TV and crept to the door, peeking through the peephole. Nothing. The porch was empty, pumpkin light glowing faintly on the steps, leaves skittering across the driveway. I chalked it up to paranoia. Nurses see enough weird stuff on night shifts to make anyone jumpy, and went back to the couch. 15 minutes later, my phone buzzed on the coffee table. Unknown number, no message, just a blank call that rang twice and hung up. I ignored it, then another buzz. A text this time. It was a photo. My stomach dropped when I opened it. A picture of my living room window taken from outside, with me visible on the couch in the frame. The timestamp was from 5 minutes ago. I bolted upright, scanning the room. The blinds were cracked open, just enough for someone to see in. How had I not noticed? I rushed to the window, yanking the curtains shut, but the yard was dark and still. No footsteps, no shadows, just the distant hum of a car on the main road. I called the non-emergency police line right away, voice shaking as I explained. The dispatcher said they'd send a patrol car to drive by, but it might take 20 minutes. Halloween pranks tie up resources. Lock your doors, stay inside, and call back if anything escalates. I did as told, double-checking every lock, then grabbed the baseball bat from my closet, just in case. I'm not armed like some folks. Hospitals have strict policies, and I never felt the need before. But that night, I wished I had something more. The scraping started again, but now it was at the backslider in the kitchen. I froze in the hallway, bat grip tight. Through the glass door, I could make out a figure in the dim glow from the neighbor's motion light. Tall, hooded sweatshirt pulled low, face obscured by a plain white mask. The kind you buy at a party store, featureless except for eye holes. They weren't knocking or trying to get in yet, just standing there, head tilted like they were listening. I whispered into the phone, still on with dispatch, that someone was at the back. "Officers are en route," she said calmly. "Don't approach." Then the figure raised a hand and pressed it against the glass, palm flat, leaving a foggy print. They held it there for what felt like forever, then slowly traced a smiley face in the condensation. My blood went ice cold. This wasn't a prank. I backed away, flipping off lights to make the house look empty. The scraping moved to the side window now, metal on glass. A key? A tool? I heard the faint click of the screen latch giving way. Panic surged. I darted to the front, peeking out the peephole again. Another figure there, same hoodie and mask, holding what looked like a duffel bag. Two of them. Sirens wailed in the distance. Finally, the back figure must have heard too. They vanished into the shadows of the fence. I watched the front one linger for a second, then casually walked down the driveway like they were leaving a party. By the time the cops arrived, two cruisers, Lights flashing. The yard was empty. They searched with flashlights, checked the prints on the glass, the Pride screen. No forced entry, one officer said, but they took the photo from my phone as evidence. The duffel? Gone. They dusted for prints, but the masks and gloves, they found a discarded pair in the bushes, meant nothing usable. Turns out the masks were generic, sold at every Walmart that week. The officers ran the unknown number. Burner phone, untraceable. They patrolled the area for hours, but no sign of them. One cop mentioned a string of similar incidents that Halloween. Peeping, attempted break-ins, always in pairs, targeting single-occupancy homes after dark. Halloween gives cover for the real monsters, he said. They suspected it was the same guys linked to a home invasion 2 towns over earlier that month. Zip ties and duct tape found in a stolen van. But no arrests yet. I didn't sleep that night. Installed cameras the next day, changed all the locks, even got a dog, a scrappy rescue mutt named Jack, who barks at shadows now. Therapy helped process the what-ifs. What if the cops were later? What if I'd opened the door thinking it was kids? The photo still haunts me, knowing they were watching, planning. Police followed up a month later. The duo hit another house, but got scared off by a Ring doorbell. Still at large. A year later, I hand out candy with the lights blazing. Bat by the door. Halloween's supposed to be fun scares, but that night taught me the real ones don't wear costumes. They hide behind them. Always check your surroundings, trust your gut, and if something feels off, act fast. Being alert probably saved me. Stay safe out there. You never know who's really knocking.